How's it going, everyone? Today I'll be going through my procedure in order to optimize my gaming computer. I've upgraded a lot of things in this computer over the past few months and got lazy with optimizing since I've been so busy. So now I can finally optimize it, and now you guys will follow along with me to see how much more juice we can squeeze out of this PC. The PC right now contains an Intel Core i9-13900KS, a Z790 Apex Encore, 2x16GB of DDR5, and an RTX 3090. First, I want to see how good this PC is just without me doing anything to it. No overclocks, no optimization, just a default Windows 10 installation in games like Fortnite and Call of Duty. So I'm going to restart it, go into my stock Windows 10 installation, and we can see how the performance is. Alright guys, as you can see, we're in the Windows 10 installation, and there's pretty much nothing done to this at all. All that I've done is just pretty much uninstall WinDrive and then just make that taskbar is not transparent. We're going to be doing some extra testing to prove that we are actually getting more performance after what we're doing, just because sometimes even if you do stuff, it might not even do anything. So let's get right into that. So as you can see, we're on stock BIOS pretty much, and we're on XMP, and we're on an RTX 3090, 32GB of DDR5, and an i9-13900KS. So let's launch Fortnite. That's going to be the first game that we're going to be running, and we're gonna get a benchmark going. All right, so we're in the game, as you guys can see. So we're gonna be using the FPS test benchmark. So I'll leave this linked in the description if you guys want to test your own computer on this game. That's the benchmark I'm gonna be using. I used the previous one in the previous videos, and that one just stopped working, so I'm gonna be switching to this one. So as you guys can see, we're getting around 800 to 750 FPS just looking around this map. But yeah, so now we're gonna start this test, and at the same time, we're gonna start the benchmark with frame view. So as you guys can see, as soon as I press F10, it'll pretty much get rid of the frame view graph, and then it'll just start testing it. So we're getting a pretty respectable FPS right here, but the average FPS doesn't really matter. What we want to look at is the 1% lows and these 0.1% lows. That's going to make the game feel either really bad if they're low, or it's going to make the game feel really good if they're high. So this is just stock Windows 10. So as you guys can see, the results are 788 and the 1% lows are 339, which is pretty low. So now I'm going to run this for a total of 3 times. I already did it twice. I'm gonna do it one more time just so we can get a consistent result and aggregate them and then compare it to our optimized. All right, so we're all done. So let's just go over the Fortnite settings I was using. So I was using performance mode, unlimited at 1080p. And as you can see, everything's pretty much on low and off. And if we go to these settings right here, I have peripheral lighting and the video highlights turned off, along with the replays and the energy saving options turned off. So now I'm gonna close out of the game, and now we're gonna aggregate the 3 tests that we just made and see how much FPS we're getting. So we're gonna use tab frame X to aggregate and look at everything, but we used NVIDIA frame view to capture these tests. So I'm gonna pretty much drag all of these into the aggregation. I'm going to be aggregating, excluding outliers, and then we're going to see the aggregated test right here. So I'm going to leave this Windows 10 unoptimized. So I'm going to go to comparison, double click on this. And as you guys can see, we're getting around 800 FPS with 550 lows. I don't like these metrics. I'm going to change them. So we're going to do 1% low average and 0.1% low average. So as you can see, this is going to give you pretty much the bigger story. We dropped to 131 FPS just going on that minecart, and we dropped to around 400 FPS on the 1%, and our average is pretty decent. We're not going to really notice this if we just stare at the FPS counter, but if we just move the mouse around in game and just play around, it's going to stutter a lot. It's just going to feel really bad. That's pretty much the performance on Fortnite. Let's load up Call of Duty and run the benchmark in there. All right, so we got Call of Duty turned on. We do have to wait for the shader preloading to finish, but in the meantime, let's just put everything to minimum. Now we're going to use the same settings that everyone pretty much uses for Call of Duty, which is going to be these, and then that, and just make sure everything is turned to low / off pretty much. So as you guys can see, that's pretty much it. Let me turn off the motion blur. All right, so it's finally done with the shader preload. Now I'm gonna start the benchmark and we'll see how this performs. Yeah, so that's really bad. But as you guys can see, this is pretty much on the latest NVIDIA drivers, which do help in this game. So if you play Call of Duty and if you want like slightly more FPS, I gain about 10 more FPS, believe it or not, on the latest drivers. I'm using the latest drivers in this benchmark, and as you can see, this is pretty much what we're getting. So if we look at the CPU FPS on the left right here, this is super low for an i9, and this just indicates that it needs to be properly tuned and properly optimized. We're going to be averaging around 185 FPS in this game with how everything is set up, so that's really terrible. I cannot play on that, and most people can't play on that if they're on a 240 Hz monitor, especially with a high-end computer like this. It should not be like this bad. That's pretty much the 2 results for Fortnite and for Call of Duty. Let's just optimize everything and let's see what happens. So the first first step to this procedure is we're gonna pretty much just tune everything in BIOS, and this is pretty much where all the sauce is at. It's in your BIOS settings. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna head over to the tool tab and go to ASUS user profile, and I'm just gonna load my optimized profile on profile 8. There is one more thing that I want to tweak before I load this profile, and that is gonna be the memory speed. So I'm pretty much able to do, if we go to 7600 and pretty much save this is going to be a Fortnite configuration. So if you do Call of Duty, I would enable the E-cores. So right now I have active efficient cores set to 0. If I want Call of Duty to perform better, I'm gonna leave this on all. But for now, we're just going to test Fortnite and see how much of a difference we get on an optimized BIOS and optimized Windows. So right now we have the memory overclocked and we have the CPU overclocked. It's a pretty mild overclock on the CPU. It's nothing too crazy. The CPU that I've got is not really that great for overclocking. This should provide a massive boost compared to what we were getting before. So let's just go to save and exit and save changes and reset. And as you can see, it's pretty much all the changes that we've made just in that little BIOS profile that I've had saved. So let's do that. All right, boys. So everything's pretty much applied in the BIOS, and let's just double check everything. So 7600 megahertz is applied, and the CPU is on only 8 cores, and it's overclocked to 5.7. Now I gotta make sure to load up the 3090 overclock that I've got going on. So make sure to load that up. I am gonna turn that down for the purposes of this video, because I did find out lately that in Fortnite, this did make my FPS worse, having it way too high. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna launch Fortnite along with frame view, and now I'm gonna see how much more FPS we're getting. All right, guys, so we just loaded up. We got the frame view going on, and let's just load up into this benchmark map and see what's going on. So just without going into the mine part and actually starting the test, we are getting around 850 FPS. And I don't remember, but I think on everything default, it was 750 FPS just looking at this. So overall, we already are seeing 150 FPS boost just on the regular Fortnite FPS counter, which, I mean, it's not really something that you should base your findings off of. You should not just look at the counter and say that, oh, you got more FPS. We're going to start the test by holding E, and at the same time, press F10 whenever we reload it. All right, so on the top left, 866 average, and then 1% low, 500. So we're going to continue with the 2 more tests in order to get a fair comparison, and I'll see you guys in Cap Frame X. All right, so just finished testing it. So now we're going to grab these 3 files that we just did, put them in the captures folder for Cap Frame X, and then I'm going to find my Windows 10, which is going to be right here. Go to the documents and then just copy this result. Go to documents, boom, paste. So we should see the Windows 10 right here. Let's just aggregate our optimized results. We don't have any outliers, so that makes it a bit easier. Let's see, is it going to pop up? So this is going to be optimized. Let's just change the metrics, because again, this is not my favorite metrics right here. So we want 1% low average and 0.1% low average. This is going to give you a general idea. So as you guys can see, 0.1% low, we gained around 110 FPS, and on our 1% lows, we gained around 120 exactly, and on our average FPS, we gained around 80 in average FPS. So that's with completely optimizing everything BIOS and having an optimized Windows 11, which is going to be what you're looking at right here. This is pretty much what I use on a daily basis for gaming. Pretty big difference. Obviously, this goes from, this is going to be unplayable down here, to be honest, and it's going to be playable right here. So pretty big difference in just the lows and everything. The most important part, again, as I can't explain this, I can't emphasize this enough, the most important part is the 0.1% low average and the 1% low average. The average FPS is always going to be good on high-end computers, but the lows are going to be the ones that are going to be a little bit droopy compared to everything else. So that's the Fortnite result. Let's just go back to the BIOS setting and get everything set up for Call of Duty, just because I can't really just have E-cores disabled for Call of Duty. You do get around 50 more FPS in Call of Duty benchmark just from having the E-cores turned on and set up right in the configuration file. Let's just make sure that in the Call of Duty configuration file, we have everything set properly. So I'm going to search up renderer, and you just want to make sure this is on 7 if you have the E-cores turned on. Usually it should be on 7 if you have the if you have the E-cores off, but having them on and also setting it to 7 gives you an FPS boost. So let's just make sure our overclock's applied. It is, and let's launch Call of Duty. All right, guys, so we're in the game. Let's just double check our settings. So everything looks to be the same as we set it in the Windows 10 with everything default, and display looks the same, so that's good. Let's go to benchmark and start this thing up. and we should see a crazy boost in everything. Crazy. So 237 on the average, and 196 and 180. And if we just pop up right here the previous result of pretty much what we got with everything unoptimized and on Windows 10 unoptimized, you can see it's a pretty big difference. It's almost up to like 70-80 more FPS on the average. So that's pretty much like buying a new graphics card or buying new PC parts. My graphics card is a tad bit hot, so it looks like I have to go in there and clean my graphics card because it is a 3090. It's getting pretty old. But as you guys can see on the CPU FPS, if we pull up previously what it looked like, I'm pretty sure it was on 280 average FPS. Now we're at 401, which is wild, and low 5%, 318, and low first percent is 280 FPS. But realistically, these top three is pretty much what everyone cares about. The CPU FPS is nice to look at, it's nice to beat here and there, and it does make the game feel a lot better because you're pretty much CPU bottlenecked. This stuff matters more. So if you have a 40 series graphics card, you're most likely going to get 100 more FPS than me. Just how this game is, it's kind of weird. I don't know if Call of Duty maybe has like some sort of back end, weird wizardry going on with NVIDIA where like they promote newer graphics cards and they give them more performance, because BO6 pretty much runs on the same engine as Modern Warfare 3, and everyone on Modern Warfare 3 got 100 more FPS. So they pretty much rigged it and gave everyone 100 less FPS on this because it doesn't make any sense. So you probably have to buy 50 series to get 100 FPS that you lost from the previous version of Call of Duty. Other than that, as you guys can see, pretty substantial boost in performance just optimizing my system right here. So depending on how I'm playing this, I could either have the E-cores turned on for Fortnite and Call of Duty, and I should be able to get similar FPS to the 8 P-cores. I might get around 50 less FPS. In general, I'm getting way more FPS on everything, and that's just going to be Call of Duty is like the most intensive game you can find, and Fortnite is just like one of those games that looks like everything is fine because the FPS counter is so high on these high-end PCs. Like you could get like crazy FPS, right? But unless you actually specifically download FrameView and test it properly, you won't see what's causing your game to feel really, really bad, and you won't see what's causing your game to feel really, really good. That's gonna be pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys learned something, and hope you guys saw the procedure on pretty much how I optimize my computer through BIOS and overclocking and the Windows optimizations in order to get these crazy results on my own computer. But anyways, I'm gonna go game it up on this computer finally. Been waiting for so long to optimize this, and hopefully I'll see you guys. Like, share this video, comment down below your favorite part or your favorite results from this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.